on the side of the road. Maybe we should talk about everything that you've been through. I thought it really made a difference, but I didn't know how to react. I was gone for so long. I thought I really had it all there, but I couldn't think after the fact. Yeah, it seems like forever, and I feel it all collapse. You just need some time alone. You just need some time alone. You just alone. Time to let it go. I need everything to just slow down. Every time I feel the same. called you back now, you probably wouldn't answer. You would say that you were busy, and I would say that I was sober. But we both know those are lies. We all feeling different. I can see that I'm focused. Yeah, I feel it all collapse. You just need some time alone. You just need some time alone. You just need some time alone. Give me time to let it go. I need everything to just slow down. Every time I feel the same. Welcome to the Twist My Arm podcast. Get a new perspective. Arguing about the games and shows that you love. Maybe learn something. This is the last podcast you'll ever need to hear. This is the best use for those headphones in your ears. Twist my arm. Twist my arm. Twist my arm. Twist my arm podcast.
Want to be a part of the show? Email us your thoughts and opinions at twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook to access our listener polls, and follow at twistmyarmcast on Twitter. Listen for free on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. And now, here's the host of the Twist My Arm podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Twist My Arm podcast. My name is Josh. I'm your forever friend and host of the Twist My Arm podcast. Today I am joined by my co-host and also forever friend. His name is Evan.
Yo, what's up?
It's a good intro. I liked it.
Yep.
How have you been, man?
Good. Just living the dream.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh Jesus, I just turned my headphones up really loud. You weren't on the show last week.
No,
you didn't get to make it. You had prior engagements. So last week we had our second watch party, which was Empire Strikes Back, which is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. So if you'd like to check that out, go to our YouTube page.
Yeah.
That's all I got it on right now because I'm still editing those shows and figuring out a way to make it work. For YouTube, it's good. Like if you just watch the video and maybe play the movie alongside us, it works out. But I don't know. I'm still
I say
trying
we
to
just make a VR experience.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, check it out. I was Justin and Disney were here watching Empire Strikes Back with me. It was a really fun time, and we had a lot of good conversations, not only about Star Wars but of other things as well.
Nice.
So check that out.
Was there any good special effects?
Any good noises?
Yeah.
There were a couple.
Okay.
Pretty
All
good
right.
noises for sure.
Because you always, whenever you're watching those movies, you're like,
Yeah. But yeah, so you missed out last week. How have you been? It's been a couple weeks since you've been on the show.
yeah, man, it's been a crazy life. lately.
Crazy life.
Just been working hard and just working on some music. Maybe get the privilege of listening to it sometime.
Evan's been working on a new album for like 3 years now, so it's gonna be brilliant. It's gonna be great.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping it's not
It's
a
gonna be
Chinese
huge.
democracy.
Oh
Where it's just like,
God!
I've been working on this shit for like 15 years, man. You know.
Oh yeah,
That's how I feel about those new Avatar movies. I swear, I'm like, James Cameron, you fucking asshole. You better make this shit good because you've been taking for like 10 years on this shit, bro.
Yeah.
This better be life changing. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be like underwater and shit. Cool, man.
I didn't really care for the first Avatar,
Oh
so
my
I don't really
gosh,
care
I
about
forgot.
the second one.
I almost wanted to care. I'm like you.
It just
It was revolutionary for 3D filmmaking. Like that was cool.
sure, yeah, no, it's
Sure,
good.
it
was
just
good.
saw a guy just trying to walk, and he turned blue into a like.
I didn't really like 3D either, though. I don't really go watch those kind of movies, you know.
Oh man,
I went and saw Force Awakens in 3D, and that was pretty cool. But I can't get into those.
We went and saw Star Wars Episode 1 at what was it? Belmar. That was awesome.
I didn't see episode 1.
You were there, bro.
I was not there.
You were there.
I was not there.
You were there.
Nope. I never saw episode 1 in 3D.
I don't know.
I wasn't there.
Josh was obviously drunk during that time quite a bit.
I was not there.
I don't know, man.
I'm pretty
that
sure
was when you worked at Whole Foods, bro.
Yeah, but
Bro.
no, I never went and saw episode 1. Disney went and saw episode 1.
And you even dragged me to that same theater to go see the very last Harry Potter. It was like,
Oh yeah.
Ev, I know you haven't seen any of the other Harry Potters, but I want to go to this. You should just come with me. All right, cool, man.
It was great though, right? You still enjoyed it?
I just predicted everything. I was like,
Everyone's gonna die.
Spoiler alert! Oh shit, Harry's gonna die, and somehow he's gonna resurrect himself like Jesus Christos. Boom.
Oh man, no.
Just
So
happened. And I was like, the guy who's the bad guy is not gonna have a nose like Michael Jackson. So,
oh my
god. Terrible.
It was a great movie. The Harry Potter series was fantastic.
I'm gonna give it another shot, but I'm
should.
open-minded. It's funny because I try to watch it with my old roommates back in the day, and they're all about it. They're my good friends that are married, and they used to live with me in my house. And it was funny though. We try to watch it, and then every time I try to watch about 15 minutes of it, I just like fell asleep in every single one of them.
See, that's how I feel
And
about Avatar.
And they were great. They were great movies, but I was just like, it's another one where I guess I just fall asleep all the time, just like Solo, where I just fall asleep.
That's how I feel about Avatar. Is I can't stay awake during that movie. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So we are live on YouTube, by the way. I know we already went on a rant. This is going to be a fun episode.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one.
But we are live on YouTube.
Tears
as always. We're recording this week on a Friday because we went to a sweet concert that we will talk about later on our normal scheduled time, which was Wednesday. So sorry, but here we are. Hey, it's Friday. Happy Friday.
We changed it with Cooking World, and everything kind of worked out.
Yeah.
Because white supremacists.
Oh my god.
White supremacist programming was canceled.
So yeah, you can follow us on all sorts of different social medias, Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagrams, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe to us on YouTube so you can keep up with all of our live streams that we do every week.
Yep.
You can email us, twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to, I don't know, yell at us or something, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you can also call us and chat right now during this show. You can call us 508-93-TWIST. If you're listening to this on SoundCloud or iTunes, you can still call that number. You'll just be leaving us a voicemail because I won't answer whenever we're not recording shows.
Well, I'm just gonna call in and be like, "Hello."
Speaking of voicemails, I might have a voicemail.
Yeah.
No, I gotta proofread that voicemail. We'll save it for the end.
Okay.
I gotta make sure it's okay.
What we got going in the news?
I was just gonna say, let's start with the news. There's so much news to talk about.
It could be a long one,
Yeah, definitely. Let me just break out this.
Are doing the
Do you hear
funny
that?
news or the
Do you hear
nerd
that?
news? Yeah.
Oh my god, Evan, what's your first news article? We'll start with that.
So, you guys got to see this photo. Airport police find $34,000 worth of cocaine under man's toupee. I can understand if it was like a nice ass toupee where it was like, oh man, like you can't even tell. You can probably still tell it's a rug up front, but you're like, oh shit. But it's not even close. It's like basically any of you that watch Always Sunny. It's basically like Frank's wig, where it's just like not even believable. Where you're like, all right, well, this is ridiculous. Imagine walking through airport security and you just see somebody getting busted with a bunch of like $34,000 worth of cocaine in a toupee. Like, what? How is that possible?
Do you have the picture
Oh, hold on.
on you? Like, can you bring that up really quick?
I've got it. Hold on.
There we go.
We got time.
We do. We have all the time in the world. This is our show, the Twist My Arm podcast. And sometimes we take time to look things up or take time to switch out microphones because for some reason this one sucks. But
Yeah.
hey, here we are.
You'll win some, you'll lose.
Yeah,
some,
yeah, for sure, for sure. God, and we save all these news articles on a certain page, so
Yeah, so bear
you
with
just
me
gotta
here.
find it. It's fine. It's fine. You're good. You're good. Totally
We've
fine.
saved it quite a bit.
I will say I did see it, and it did. The toupee kind of looked like a plastic bubble or something. Like I don't know. The best way to describe it is like a very shiny yarmulke.
Like it's just ridiculous.
Am I wrong though?
I
mean,
need to find it. It's bugging me out. For sure. Where I'm just like, oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. Hold on, I found it. It's from 9news.com.
Can you download a picture?
I'm gonna see if I can get it. It's from but look at this shit, dude. Like it doesn't even look real,
God.
bro. So this is from in Spain at the airport. They passenger just arrived in Barcelona. Guess where they're coming from? They're coming from Colombia.
Of course.
That makes sense.
Notice
officers appeared, noticed that he appeared nervous and had a toupee with a large lump under his hat. Okay. So when the wig was removed, police say they found a package stuck to the man's head with about $34,000 of cocaine.
Oh my
Police
God.
did not release the man's identity. There's no limit to inventiveness of drug traffickers trying to mock controls, the police statement said. I was like, oh man. Dude, I'm
that
telling you
guy
guys,
fucked up.
I'm telling you, if this is like the most amateur thing that I've seen, like what's if you're around a computer, go look it up. It's the headlines: airplane police find $34,000 worth of cocaine under a man's wig. The wig doesn't even look believable. It looks like some like terrible Halloween costume. Did you find it?
I did.
Oh,
I'm gonna
it's laughable. Like
I got it.
What?
I got you.
It's like, are you even trying?
It's really bad. I mean, especially if he's trying to fucking
like
go through airport
'cause you're
security
gonna
like
think
that.
about how much
it's
money
so
that is
ridiculous.
that the drug dealer is going to kill you for, and plus you're going to jail for probably like 30 to 40 years
forever.
Yeah,
like forever
across like international lines. You're screwed.
Yeah,
you can't just be all of a sudden be like Johnny Depp and Blow, where it's like, yeah, I just don't understand why I'm in trouble. I took some plants across an imaginary line.
Here is the link right here for you guys on the YouTubes. You can go click on that link and find that picture, because it is absolutely ridiculous. This guy, I mean, wow. It just, looking at it from the front, it is seriously like
just
it looks plastic. It just doesn't look right.
That's rough.
It's
for
terrible.
sure.
So gross. I have, gosh, there's so many things to talk about. I don't know where to begin. I feel like I want to first talk about this article.
Okay.
The Elon Musk Neuralink. Have you seen anything about this?
Yeah, so basically, from what I was reading into it, Elon Musk, he's crazy good, awesome, but he's basically wanting to control computers and hook up like computers directly into your brain and stuff. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, so
this is how Skynet takes over.
This comes
Elon Musk fucks it over.
This comes from independent.com, and I'm going to try and find the article and just post it in the comments here. But so Elon Musk's Neuralink plans to hook human brains directly to computers. Entrepreneur says brain chip will ultimately achieve a sort of symbiosis with artificial intelligence. Elon Musk's secretive neurotechnology startup Neuralink has made its first major public announcement, revealing flexible threads designed to link a human brain directly to a computer. The technology is aimed at helping paraplegics control computers through implantable devices in their brain and could one day vastly improve the way humans think and communicate.
I think it's pretty cool, but it's a slippery slope.
I would agree with that.
I feel like it's gonna be a good one for the
I
paraplegic
think-
people, or like people that were just or develop like Lou Gehrig's disease or like muscle dystrophy or something, like where your mind's still there, but
Yeah.
your body's just not. Yeah, so that's where I feel like it's gonna be a good thing. Where I think it's gonna be a bad thing is, the normal shit. It's gonna be like a Terminator. It's gonna be,
If it gets that far,
or it's gonna be,
I mean,
where they're just trying to make militarized weapons with these super soldier type people. You never know, dude. It's just this crazy idea where you're like, yeah, this could be used for a lot of good, but then you're like, damn,
Shit.
this could be a lot of Terminator type shit, or like apocalypse where machines take over, or people that militarize this shit's gonna take over.
I agree. Like, there's definitely some downsides to this whole situation. I mean, what happens when the computers take over, like, the humans' brains? Like, will the computers download their like programs into our brains and then just control us?
It's just like Get Out, but robots.
Is it going to be like the Matrix, where they fucking just start harvesting us for our power so they can keep running their machines? Like, I don't know,
Maybe.
man. This definitely seems like the beginning of a fucking sci-fi movie.
It's a slippery slope,
Like, I just, it's very scary. That's very true. I'm finally finding this article right now for you guys if you want to read it on the YouTubes. To the 0 people watching.
On the line.
White Claw.
No laws when drinking claws, bro.
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of episode, my friends.
It's gonna be a great one.
I'm not even in the right spot. Trying to find this article for you guys to read it. It's gonna be in the YouTube comments. Yeah. So, would you hook your brain up to a computer?
I wouldn't be certainly one of the first.
You wouldn't be the first?
No, I wouldn't even be. I'd let them work all that shit out first. But it depends. Like, is it going to make me smarter? Is it going to make me like more athletic? Like, what is it? What is it trying to make me do? The only time I'd make it work is if I got like some sort of disease or like some sort of condition where I'd have to like basically be a robot at that point.
Yeah, I would say if
I'm just an evil villain genius, Darth Vader style, just force choking people and just like.
Yeah, I feel like if I were to have some sort of tragic accident or something like that and couldn't move anymore or something, then yeah, I would probably hook my brain up to a computer and see if it was possible to, I don't know, control hands that they attach to me or whatever,
Shit, man, Edward Scissorhands could have very benefited.
He could have, for sure.
From the shit.
He definitely could have. God, there's so many ads on this thing.
I know.
What the hell, man?
Because they know everybody's gonna be looking into.
Why are there so many ads on everything? That one thing that really
grinds my gears,
really kills me. The ads, dude. Like, anytime, I don't know. This happened probably a year ago, I guess, when Facebook and I don't know, YouTube all banded together to, like, maybe, but you go to it, you click on a link and there's just like 1,000 ads and it just makes it frustrating. I can't even, man.
Cool.
What else you got for news, bud?
So I have Pink Floyd guitarist David Gilmour sold some of his most iconic guitars, including his beloved black Stratocaster to fight climate change.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Who is this?
The guitarist from Pink Floyd.
Oh, guitars. Okay. I see. That's why. I never listened to Pink Floyd. Man,
bro.
I'm sorry.
Well,
How much did they sell for?
I think it was like 20 something million, including
$20 million.
including
for a
$4
guitar.
million for the Stratocaster.
You.
Like the
Oof.
wall, everything's been written on that shit and played on.
That's cool.
Yep.
I mean, I guess that's a piece of history for sure.
Yeah, dude.
He could, I mean, it belongs in a museum, but
nah, man, I just had that in my living room, dude. If I was
just hanging on the wall with a spotlight on it.
Yep, dude. That's how.
Always playing Wizard of Oz next to it.
Right. So, what do you got? What else we got?
What else we got, man?
There's so much to cover.
I mean, do you think guitars are worth that much money, though?
Yeah.
You really think a guitar is worth $20 million?
Well, not 20 million. That's the whole collection sold for that.
Oh, the whole collection. Okay, but
That's
the
like-
one Strat sold for $4 million.
Yeah.
Do you think any guitar is worth $4 million?
I don't know, man. It would have to be something amazing. It had to be like the Jimi Hendrix guitar from like Woodstock or some shit. Like,
But even then, is it?
if I was rich, Josh, if I was a billionaire, I wouldn't be caring. I'd
I
be
guess
like,
that's true.
I'd be like, Harry, I took care of
guess-
it. He didn't even have a head.
I
You
guess
know?
that's true. It's like Nicolas Cage buying a dinosaur skull for $50 million.
Yeah, he got all fucked up and he got all angry at Leonardo DiCaprio because
Yeah.
he sold him his
Yeah.
dinosaur
Yeah.
skull for $3 million.
Oh my god. Yeah, we talked about that, I think, last week, actually.
It's great stuff.
Fucking funny. God, there's so much news. While we're still on the topic of funny news, this comes from Unilad. Unilad something?
Yeah,
Unilad.
Unilad.
Whatever. 66-year-old. Just the headline of this is incredible.
This is great.
66-year-old public official forced to leave job due to Tupac obsession.
I think it's great because he literally wrote
Of
an
all the things.
he wrote an email to all 4,000 employees with a bunch of Tupac lyrics and being like, he died too soon. It's been like 20 years since we lost Pac. And you have to realize this is like an old white guy. This is awesome.
Okay, so wow. Let's just start at the top. A 66-year-old who enjoyed hosting Tupac Fridays.
That's awesome. This guy sounds like a perfect boss, dude. Like, why are these people hating?
He hosted Tupac Fridays at work, handed in his resignation after emailing the rapper's lyrics to over 4,000 employees. Holy good God. Okay, so most people enjoy talking about their favorite artists, but there's quite a big jump between recommending the occasional song to someone with a similar taste and bombarding 4,300 people with Tupac lyrics. Wow. So
I like how the person that writes the article is like, yeah, through the Freedom of Information Act, I managed to retrieve the original emails. So dude, this is so great.
So Tim Mack, a guy on Twitter at Tim Mack, he posted, "Stand by. I have received the original Tupac emails from Iowa's Department of Human Services. Iowa, of all places, too. What? Iowa's Department of Human Services after requesting them through Freedom of Information Act. Here's the email 66-year-old Jerry Foxhoven sent to his staff the day he was fired and or resignated. Oh my God. He notes Tupac's birthday is also Father's Day. Quote, hard to believe he has been gone for almost 23 years. By all accounts, a kind email. And then this starts right here. This is the whole thing. You have already received my email reminding you that this Sunday is Father's Day. I am sure you are already aware that this Sunday, June 16th, is also Tupac's birthday. I'm sure you are aware, as if everyone in the world should fucking know.
Dude, he would have been 48 today, bro. Come on, if he was alive.
Oh my God. I am sure you are already aware that this Sunday, June 16th, is also Tupac's birthday. Tupac. Why do I keep saying that? Tupac's birthday. He would be 48 today if he were alive. So, of course, I will be celebrating both Father's Day and Tupac's birthday. I hope you all enjoy the day as well and take the time to enjoy one of his songs. Hard to believe he has been gone for almost 23 years. Here's an inspirational quote by him. Pay no mind to those who talk behind your back. It simply means that you are 2 steps ahead. Oh, and by the way, on his birthday, I will have finished my second full year of serving as your director. These 2 years have flown by, and it has been an absolute honor to lead such a dedicated and committed group of people. Thanks for all you do.
See, man, why is everybody being such a shithead to this guy? Like,
then-
for real.
then
He
he
even
put
has
in
a
his letter of
Tupac. He even has
resignation.
like a Tupac picture where he's smiling and shit. I thought that was a pretty solid thing for a Father's Day email.
Foxhoven resigned abruptly last month after sending the passionate email which reminded everyone that Tupac's birthday was coming up. Though the email was far from the first Tupac-related message. Whoa.
I love this.
far from the first Tupac-related message.
I
So how
love it.
many fucking messages did he send about Tupac? Dude.
Routinely sent messages to
Hundreds.
employees lauding Tupac's music and lyrics all through. Although some praised Foxhaven for using the rapper to bring some inspiration to the workplace, there was at least one person who complained. It's always going to be that one.
The
fucking
one guy.
The
So
one fucking guy.
So emails obtained by
Gosh.
the Associated Press showed the 66-year-old routinely sent messages to employees lauding Tupac's music and lyrics. And although some praised Foxhoven for using the rapper to bring some inspiration into the workplace, there was at least one person who complained. The publication obtained 350 pages of emails with the words Tupac or Tupac spelled with the letter or the number 2.
Dude, I love this guy. This guy
Sent
should be a
during
boss and leading
2-year
people.
Oh my god.
Dude, he did this for 2 years, bro. This guy, I hope that they were just crushing it as a company.
Dude, this is that guy like from Office Space when he's stuck on the highway and he's just listening to hardcore gangster rap.
Yeah, Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
And then he sees the guy
Yes.
selling the roses and he's like, oh shit, dude, this guy looks all hardcore.
Yeah.
Nope.
Turns the
Locks-
music down, locks the
doors.
doors.
And then once he leaves, like, yo.
Oh my god. That's exactly what this guy reminds me of.
Dude, this guy should be like recognized with an award. Tupac Fridays, played his music in the office.
Wow.
He traded lyrics with employees and even marked his 65th birthday with Tupac.
themed cookies.
Dude, that is so awesome. This guy,
Some were decorated with
somebody-
the words Thug Life.
dude, somebody needs to go and give this guy a high five for me. For real.
I'll vote for him. He should come to Colorado and be one of our like public officials.
Dude, I want to
down.
see if anybody has this guy's contact information. I want to get him on the show and interview him and be like, so what was going through your minds when you had the Tupac 65th birthday party? That would have been great.
Yeah, it was his 65th
I know,
birthday
but it
party.
was his
No,
Tupac themed 65th birthday.
I
bro.
guess people think that he took it too far when he told 4,300 employees to mark Tupac's birthday.
That's gosh. Oh my gosh. It would've been
I think maybe I'm gonna start doing that at my job. Just start sending out emails
Tupac Fridays.
for
Yo.
or just like random artists that are dead or something. I don't know, man. But that I don't feel like that
You're like,
warrants.
Boy George Saturday.
I don't feel like that warrants resignation or quitting. Like that. That's kind of a cool thing to do.
Gosh, man. Way
don't
to
like
go.
Tupac-
One fucking person out of 4,000.
Yeah, maybe
Had
make a
to run.
suggestion and like, maybe we could do music Fridays and have everyone play their favorite. Like,
Nah,
you don't have to
nah,
make
it
the
has to
guy
be
quit.
It has to be Tupac, bro.
It has to be Tupac every other week.
So, man, there's a lot of stuff that we got to cover here. So,
What else you got?
So they're saying
Abruptly stopping the Tupac conversation.
I'm sorry, bro. We got a lot to cover. though. So Tarantino's R-rated Star Trek is like Pulp Fiction. I'm really wanting to see this happen.
Do you think? I don't think it's gonna happen.
I'm really hoping that Vice is correct with this because that would be awesome. Be like Pulp Fiction in space, apparently. It may also be the director's final film. How awesome would that be if that's his final film? He just makes this badass Star Trek movie. Bloody and just there's a bunch of fucks in it. Dude, it's gonna be great. It'd be amazing.
So, yeah, this article does come from Vice.com.
And I usually like reading their stuff. They usually have good stuff.
They had they interviewed him. So after asking him like will he actually direct this movie or what he would do. He says, I guess I do have a loophole if the idea was to throw a loophole into it, which would be to go, I guess Star Trek doesn't count. Because he's supposed to retire after this next movie that comes out, the Hollywood whatever. And so he's saying that, if he doesn't retire, he would use Star Trek as a loophole to get back into directing. And he says, I guess Star Trek doesn't count. I can do Star Trek, but naturally I would end on an original. The idea of doing 10 isn't to come up with a loophole. I actually think if I was going to do Star Trek, I should commit to it. It's my last movie. There should be nothing left-handed about it. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but that might happen. So last year when all this news came out, Paramount, they got the script and they liked it and they were going to move forward with it. And then they canceled it abruptly. Like they just pulled the plug on the whole thing. So I don't think it's going to happen.
I would say just fuck it. Just make it anyways. That's what I would do. Even if he just makes it himself.
So they basically asked him, it'll be Pulp Fiction in space. And he says, I will say one thing about Star Trek that I've been waiting for someone to bring up. I don't know if I'll do it or not. I've got to figure it out, but Mark wrote a really cool script. Who's he talking about? Mark Smith, who wrote Revenant. He was a screenwriter for Revenant. So
sucked.
Mark wrote a really cool script. He liked it a lot. There's some things I need to work on, but I really, really liked it. I get annoyed at Simon Pegg. He doesn't know anything about what's going on, and he keeps making all these comments as if he knows about stuff. Whoa,
rough.
Dude.
That's rough.
He just shots fired. Holy shit. So he says he doesn't know anything about what's going on, and he keeps making all these comments as if he knows about stuff. One of the quote, well, look, it's not going to be Pulp Fiction in space. And Quentin Tarantino says, yes, it is. If I do it, that's exactly what it'll be. It'll be Pulp Fiction in space. That Pulp Fiction-y aspect when I read the script. I felt I have never read Jesus Christ. When I read the script, I felt I have never read a science fiction movie that has this shit in it ever. There is no science fiction movie that has this in it. And they said, I know. That's why we want to make it. It's at the very least unique in that regard. There is no confirmation on whether the Star Trek movie will actually make it into production or whether a space crime movie set on the Enterprise will actually be Tarantino's swan song. But
that would be really cool if it was. Though.
It would be pretty cool. I don't know, man. How do you think Trekkies would feel about that? You should go to Reddit right now. Go to reddit.com and type in Star Trek and Tarantino.
Yeah. And
see if you can find people bitching about it, because I'm sure Reddit is not happy.
That's because there's probably these stupid nerds that liked William Shatner and he sucks. So sorry, Trekkies. Sorry, Trekkies. That's my personal opinion. I just think not good.
So there's a couple cool things, like some cool movie news. Taika Waititi is reportedly confirmed to write and direct Thor 4. Thor 4. The Thor yep. 4. For Thor?
For Thor.
Thor 4 for Thor.
Fat Thor.
Fat Thor.
Return of the Fat.
But Taika Waititi, he directed Thor Ragnarok, and he voiced the Rock guy.
What the fuck was his
Korg.
name? He was great.
Korg.
Yeah.
Hey man, we're gonna hop on this ship and gonna escape. You wanna come with? Yeah, and that's super good news for the Thor series, because I think Taika Waititi was the best director of it.
Oh, it was great.
He took it in a direction that Thor you wouldn't think would go. It was funny. It was action packed. It was just, Ragnarok was my favorite Thor movie out of all of them.
Oh yeah, it's the best one for sure.
Super excited to see what he does with the rest of it. We have Kevin Smith is supposedly going to read the unmade Clerks 3 script.
He should have just fucking made it
At a fundraising. He couldn't get money for it. Nobody wanted to fund that movie.
Well, that's because Hadley just took a bunch of money from Harvey Weinstein to make all of his movies. That's
Yeah,
that's the truth.
he did.
Bro.
Yeah, it was the Weinstein Company. I know, but
It's a bummer because all those movies are great, but that's
Yeah,
the
but-
cold hard fact.
but now he's kind of blacklisted because of his connection. I mean, he's got Jay and Silent Bob the reboot coming out,
yeah,
which looks pretty fantastic.
what he should do is just do like a crowdfunded thing like they did with Super Troopers 2. I thought that was still pretty sweet.
Well, he did Kevin Smith did a crowdfunding thing with
Yeah.
his dispensary show,
Yeah.
whatever it was. I don't think it took off, but
I wanted to see it. I never caught it, but
it's on Freeform, I think is what it's called. You can find it online
Okay.
for free. It's just
yeah.
first episode or two. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd pump any money into it, but it's fine.
Mm.
I don't know. I wish Clerks 3 would have gotten made, and it would be super cool to go. Him and Jason Mewes are gonna read the script.
For charity.
So yeah, so it's the event's called Clerks 3, a script reading with Kevin Smith and friends. It'll take place on Saturday, August 3rd at First Avenue Playhouse in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. There are only 80 seats available at $100 a piece, with all the money going directly to the theater. That's cool.
Yeah.
Probably it sounds like they're trying to save the theater or something like that. Let's see who's going to be on it. It's not saying. It is not saying. Doesn't say, but it does say that Joy Lauren Adams is coming back for the Jay and Silent Bob reboot,
Okay.
which is super cool. She
Yes.
hasn't been around since what? Chasing Amy?
No, she made that cameo in the first Jay and Silent Bob movie.
Oh yeah, after
That's about it.
the movie.
Yeah.
She's walking out and she's pretty funny. And wasn't she in Big Daddy too? She was in Big Daddy.
Yeah, she's in a bunch of things, man.
That's right. Big Daddy was fucking great. I'm lost. Can you help me find my dad? that was pretty good.
That was good stuff.
If that shit wasn't so far away, I'd probably try and buy tickets to that.
Right.
That'd be cool. And it's not too bad to see a script reading of a movie that you'll never see.
Yeah,
that'd
that would be
be
cool.
cool.
I'm gonna go see the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. tour.
Yeah. Oh,
They're having a tour. They're coming in November to I forget where. They're coming.
Huh.
Yeah.
okay.
Good times. So
Yeah, if you guys are in New Jersey, definitely go check that out because it'll be a lot of fun. Jackass members are reportedly interested in filming Jackass 4.
except for Ryan Dunn.
Ooh, and Wee Man.
He's still alive. Ryan Dunn had a little trouble at the curve.
I thought Wee Man passed.
No.
I
That-
could have sworn. Oh no, it was Vernon.
Vern Troyer.
Vernon Troyer. Yeah. Jesus, I'm a terrible human being.
No, I just see it because Bam's all fucked up now.
Dude,
They're all just like they all probably need money. That's just
this comes from altpress.com. Speculations and rumors on a fourth Jackass movie have circulated ever since tragic death in 2011. You dick. But Jackass members have been on the fence about the sequel for the last couple of years. Chris Robb, formerly of Jackass and CKY, recently claimed to have spoken with almost everyone in the crew on his podcast, in which the members expressed interest in filming a new Jackass movie. According to an interview with Loudwire, Rob has interviewed almost every Jackass member on his Bathroom Break podcast, including Steve-O, Chris Pontius, Bam Margera, Dave England, Wee Man, Aaron McGahee, Rick Cossack, and director Jeff Tremaine. I get the feeling that everyone's pretty interested in it. I'm not sure that it would ever happen. Ryan Dunn was a huge part of that, so it's sort of weird without him. I feel like if Tremaine and Spike Jones and Knoxville said, hey, let's do it, then I imagine it would go forward. If they were to say it, I don't think there would be pushback from others. So it's basically on Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm with them on the whole. Ryan Dunn was just a big part of it. So, but I don't know what they should do is if they're going to do a fourth movie, they should if they have any leftover footage of Ryan Dunn, they should just release that as like a tribute to him within the movie.
Sure.
So it's like there's not a movie without him, and then just call it a day after that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think that would be the only way that they could do it.
I just feel like they're so old. It would have to be. I mean, their bodies are so fragile now. Like people would be, I don't know, getting fucked up.
Well,
because they'd have to go bigger and better and whatever.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
We will rock you.
I don't think it'll happen. I don't think Johnny Knoxville will actually agree to do it.
I don't know. What has Johnny Knoxville been doing lately? Nothing.
Yeah, do you see Action Park?
Never saw it and didn't want to see it.
Not 10 minutes. Nope, no thanks.
The other big thing that's been going on, people planning on storming Area 51.
We're gonna talk about that after the break.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Because I want to talk about that in depth.
Okay.
I want to really get into that.
What else we got?
As far as movies go, that's what I was gonna just the last thing I had for movies. Well, two last things. This weekend is San Diego Comic-Con. Woo! Thursday through Sunday. We're gonna see a ton of trailers coming out this week. We've already seen a bunch. We've seen Top Gun Maverick. We've seen It. Yes, we saw It. We saw The Witcher. We saw there's a few other ones that have come out that look.
We saw that apparently
oh my god,
something happened too was when James Cameron, they showed a video of him on the set of Avatar 2 and 3 or whatever.
Oh,
they had a message of him saying that Edward Furlong is coming back as John Connor. I didn't think that shit was possible.
Yeah,
I thought he was
that's
dead,
pretty crazy.
or he was on the street just dying of like heroin and shit.
That is
crazy.
Pretty nuts.
We'll see if it's a redemption story like a Robert Downey Jr. We'll see.
They announced the Walking Dead movie with Rick Grimes.
I just really want to know who mows those lawns
in Walking Dead.
Yeah,
the zombies, bro.
Oh, so they mow the lawns.
Yeah.
There's perfectly cut lawns, even though it's a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
It's not out there. Supposedly there's going to be a Breaking Bad movie too. That's coming out for sure. I'm just trying to find all these other. Oh, the Jay and Silent Bob reboot trailer came out as well. That was pretty cool. Other good things that are on the way. Death Clock,
the concert.
Yeah,
that'll be tight.
They need like a whole another season of that. That was a great show.
They're not gonna do it, which kind of sucks.
That's stupid. He should just make like a more episodes, and then just take it to Netflix or something.
I agree.
Netflix is going to be starting to hurt for shows once that whole deal splits off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Once Disney takes their own thing, does their own streaming service, it's all over.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. But like I said, there are a ton of things coming out this weekend. We're probably gonna have some Marvel news coming out tomorrow. I think that's when the panel is in Hall H. So
let's hope it's good and not a X-Men Dark Phoenix type stuff.
I don't think it's gonna be that.
Terrible. Horrible.
But I will say that if it's exciting enough, I'll probably do some sort of quick little reaction video or something like that on the interwebs. Let me go back to my news here. I really think that's gonna sum it up. Halloween got announced.
Yeah, that was another
2 and 3.
2 and 3. I give it. I thought this newest one was just okay.
There's 2 coming out. They announced 2 Halloween movies. One's coming out next year called Halloween Kills, right? They released this thing. And then on October 15th, 2021, it's going to be called Halloween Ends.
Until we need to make another 8. Like, come on, bro. How many times can this guy die? It's like Jason, Freddy, man. I don't know. I'll still see him, but
I won't see him in theaters. Fuck that.
What else do we got here?
I got nothing. I think that's it for me with
pretty
news.
much it. Yeah.
And I'm going to go ahead and say that it's about time to take a break.
Yep.
It's getting hot in this room. It's getting hot in here. Do you like my new shirt, Evan? Do you like my shirt?
Yeah, it looks cool. You work at Scoops Ahoy or whatever that place.
Oh, yeah.
Stranger Things.
That's
Dude,
great.
you should get a little hat. That'd be awesome.
A little sailor hat.
I think that's
Dude,
what I'm gonna be for Halloween.
When I worked at Dairy Queen, we had to wear little sailor hats.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
That's-
so it was the one in Loveland.
But
And
wasn't it like the straight back one, not the like turn to the side one?
yeah, it was like a boat kind of. It was
Yeah.
like a little boat.
Sailboat type thing.
Yeah, it was ridiculous though. Ridiculous.
That's
There were
awesome.
I think the coolest part about those is that the kids that I worked with, like there was a couple kids that were like punk rockers, and they would poke out the top of it so their Liberty spikes could go out the fucking sailboat hat that they had to wear. But I guess I'd get a sailboat hat. I'm gonna do that. I'll find one, and then
Little
one day
sailor.
I'll wear it.
You old sailor, you.
Yeah.
All right.
Ahoy. So we're gonna take a quick break here. Who knows how quick it'll be, but you
It's
know,
gonna be a
no
break.
no one's watching, so
Man.
you're gonna listen to some TMA playlist on Spotify. You can find it all of our local Denver and I guess Nebraska artists at this point, and California
If you want to,
artists that have given me permission to play their music on the show.
if
are
you
on
want
this
to
playlist,
request that we play it and add it to the playlist, let
Yes.
us know.
please, or just if you are in a band and you would like to be on the show, on the playlist, your music featured, whatever it is, email me, twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com. I will add you in a heartbeat.
If you like us, or even if you don't like us, you want to come on the show.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Always down to interview and do that sort of thing. So, hit us up, twistmyarmpodcast@gmail.com. We will
rock you.
be back shortly.
Don't know how to say I hope you're doing well. We shared secrets that we swore we'd never tell. But I can see you from where I stand. I held you close, we were the news about your dad. The broken glass from the frame that left the wall. We cleaned it up, but we never got it all. Pain in my feet, though the splinters are gone. But the pain gives me something to focus on. Yeah, the pain gives me something to focus on. They say that violence is in our genes. Point the finger as if they ruined everything. Our fathers cursed us, the spirit's unclean. But it's only up to us to change our destiny. They say the only place for men like us is hell. Forged in misery and left holding a shell. Damaged goods that nobody will want. Possessed by demons that always will haunt. But I refuse to see the men that we become. Backing down as if it's easier to run. It's difficult because I'm afraid that they're right. We should prove them wrong. If only despite the broken glass from the frame that left the wall. We cleaned it up, but we never got it all. Pain in my feet, though the splinters are gone. But the pain gives me something to focus on. Yeah, the pain gives me something to focus on. Don't believe that only heredity can decide the man I'm supposed to be. And though our bloodlines is to be afraid, we can't erase all of the past and write new history. enemies point the fingers if they ruined everything. Our fathers cursed us, the spirit's unclean. But it's only up to us to change our destiny. Don't believe that only heredity can decide the man I'm supposed to be. No, our bloodlines is to be afraid. We can't erase all of the past and write new history. Pick me up now. I've got this feeling. Did you change your ways? Is what I do now. I'm waiting for you. I've got 2 hours to get out of here. 2 hours. I think I've lost control. 2 hours. I can't believe I'm here. You're losing me right off the tip of your tongue. Breathe it off where I forget you, where I belong. My, what a question. How do I get there? I'll pick you up whenever you don't let me. I'm your cavalier. Did I become your baby up now? I've got this feeling. Did you change your ways? Is what I do now. You're too far away. I've got 2 hours to get out of here. 2 hours. I think I've lost control. 2 hours. I can't believe I'm there. I would like to find my own way. We would like to see your face. The devil is real and he knows my name. He can be lost and he made me cry. The taste of whiskey and the way I'm slowly marching to the. Hit me with another line of ivory, snowstorm indoors and I can't see. You've got a self-destruction and it looks like fun. Goddamn lead, I should be leaving. Truth is is much more, I won't be breathing. My fucking demons like the taste, let's pour another one. Voices loud and they're screaming, it's a nightmare but I'm not dreaming. I wanna fall asleep and never wake, so keep the vices coming, babe. So watch me fall. The devil is real and he knows my name. He gave me, he made me crave the taste of whiskey and the way I'm slowly marching to. Hit her on her line just past 3. Crushed heart, crushed oxy. Everybody just want fame, but they don't want the truth. Light it up, rough it up. I guess I'm up now. Sniff it up, give it up, blow it up. The crown is up now. Rip apart this beat. I've heard your new shit. What went wrong? Oh, what a mystery. Yeah. So watch me as I fall. The devil is real and he knows my name. He gave me last and he made me the taste of whiskey and the way I'm slipping to.
In all your travels, have you ever seen a star supernova?
No.
No. Well, I have. I saw a star explode and send out the building blocks of the universe. Other stars, other planets, and eventually other life. A supernova. Creation itself.
Don't bother, I've been drinking, and I'm far too gone for reason. Let's leave me to my thoughts, and I'll be fine. I'll be fine, yeah. Those words you said to me made me see fucking red. It got so ugly, so quickly, and I may have crossed the line. How many times have we been through this all before? How many times did you fall short of what you swore? I should have kissed you to the curtain time before, but you're so pretty when you're crying. Don't bother, I've been drinking, and your sorry's got no weight. So I'll ignore you for the night, and in the morning we'll be great, yeah. But I'll never let you win, and you're a fucking bitch sometimes, so we'll do it all again. How many times have we been through this all before? How many times did you fall short of what you swore? I should have kicked you to the curtain time before, but you're so pretty when you're crying. How many times have we been through this all before? How many times did you fall short of what you swore? I should have kicked you to the curtain time before, but you're so pretty when you're crying. Streetlights, stop signs offer no direction for me this time. I know that I lack the maturity for never looking back. Now I'm blurring all the lines I crossed way too many times. Nothing you can say will keep me up until me over. Nothing could be colder than 3 a.m. walking down this street. Hoping this is what I'll find. It's one that's vital, that's my mind. When I get back to Denver, bury me. When I get back to Denver, bury me. Mistakes I'm making, bear with the smile I'm faking. My mind betrays me, my thoughts no longer obey me. I'll wait for my anxiety to finish slowly killing me. Nothing you can say will keep me up until me over. Nothing could be colder than 3 a.m. walking down this street. Hoping this is what I'll find. It's one that's vital, that's my mind. When I get back to Denver, bury me. When I get back to Denver, bury me. Best pass me up, it took me over. Nothing could be colder than 3 a.m. walking down this street. Hoping this is what I'll find. It's one that's vital, that's my mind. When I get back to Denver, bury me. Best pass me up, it took me over. Nothing could be colder than 3 a.m. walking down this street. Hoping this is what I'll find. It's one that's vital, that's my mind. When I get back to Denver, bury me. 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 When I get back to Denver, bury me.
All right, welcome back to the Twist My Arm podcast. We took a little bit of an extra break on that one because
We can.
why not? We're back though, and we're ready to talk about some fun stuff. We covered a bunch of news today, a ton of news that's been going on in the last few weeks. Some really funny stuff.
Yeah.
It's been a good time so far. But right now we are going to do. Oh wow, I'm just failing epically at the moment.
Quick twist. Quick twist. Quick twist is a nitpick shit fit on a topic we can cover quick. One topic per host, be it praise or roast. Send any topic suggestions to our Facebook page. And now for this week's quick twist.
That's right. It's that time of the week for Quick Twist. Evan, let's start with you. What you got for your first Quick Twist this week?
So first one is Euphoria. If you haven't seen it, it's an awesome show on HBO with the chick from Spider-Man that plays MJ, Zendaya or whatever.
Oh, Zoe. No.
Zendaya.
It's a one
Yeah.
name, right?
It's like
Zendaya, I think is her name.
yeah.
How
But-
was it? I mean,
Oh,
what is it?
it's-
One season? 2 seasons?
It's 5 episodes out right now, but there's a total of 8 in the first season.
Okay.
This show, did you ever see that movie Rules of Attraction? From
Oh
Bret
yeah,
Easton
like a
Ellis
long time
with
ago.
James Vanderbeek, where it's all like fucked up. Yeah, it just kind of has kind of that whole feeling to it, you know, like a Bret Easton Ellis book or something,
Okay.
where basically she's the main character. It starts out she had like OD'd on some drugs, and then she's coming back, and then she's trying to fight addiction, but all of her friends are all fucked up too.
Sure.
It's a crazy show. It's awesome though.
And it's on HBO?
HBO. Yeah,
So you could probably get it on the HBO Now app, I'm
Yeah.
assuming, right?
yeah, it's crazy.
That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. I like the girl that plays MJ.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that she's a great actress, and I think she's good looking for sure.
She's
She's easy on the eyes.
Look at you. Look at
But no, this
you.
is crazy show. There's just tons of hot chicks in there, but it's just
For the
like
guys.
no, that's what I'm saying. And then for the chicks like that want to watch the show, there's good looking guys on there for them too. But it's crazy. Everybody's just doing drugs like fentanyl and all this crazy shit.
Damn, dude.
Where you see this now in the news where everybody's just like ODing and stuff. You're like, yeah, I could totally see this going down in high schools and colleges right now. I could totally see it. It's a great show though. It's well done, well written, and acted.
Okay.
But yeah, I highly recommend it. It's good stuff.
I'll check it out for sure. I've been debating on getting HBO Now or Amazon Prime.
Prime's good.
But I hear that who is it? The guy of Amazon is all fucked up.
What,
Like the-
Bezos? Yeah.
Isn't he like
I paid more in taxes than Amazon did this year.
Yeah, so maybe I don't want to get Amazon Prime then,
Well,
just to boycott a little bit.
anytime that you just order Amazon, come on, bro.
You know, you know what a little secret.
No, I
no,
use
no,
eBay,
no,
bro.
no, seriously. I have ordered one thing off of Amazon in my entire life. One.
And it was an Antonio
One
Banderas
thing.
blow up doll.
No, it was a Boba Fett action figure.
Oh, I'm giving it.
That was it. It was like 10 years ago. But
Pointing you, Josh.
I'm that kind of guy though that I don't like to order things on the internet. I like to find stuff in the stores in the wild, or like, you know, cool, like get a cool gift or something. Like most of my pieces, I would say collectibles, are all found in stores or were given to me as a gift.
Yeah.
And actually, one thing that I'm going to start doing here soon is, you know, every week I'm going to do a little 5 to 10 minute video about one of my pieces, because I don't know, but Disney made a good point last week. We were talking after the show, and he was telling me that I have so many of these random pieces, and it would be a good idea to just kind of talk about it and talk about where it came from, who the character is, you know, where I got it, what it means to me, like that sort of shit. So
Yeah.
I think I'm going to start doing that. And I don't know, I like the fact that I've only gotten one action figure off of Amazon, because that gives me more things to talk about, you know, like I can actually dive into some of these pieces that, you know, like this, for instance, this whole setup right here, all of these different figures or these different pop vinyls and the light and the cups, they all come from a different time, and they all mean something different. I was with someone, or it was given to me by someone that's special to me, you know. And
well, and
I think that'd be a cool segment.
They're trying to secretly troll me, because right over here I have to stare at the worst possible cup.
I turned this cup around here. You can see it on YouTube. It's the Last Jedi cup that you got at the theater.
It's a cool cup.
You
but
get
it's
a
just the
popcorn.
movie's terrible.
You get a popcorn bucket and a cup for like fucking $1,000 or whatever. But I have it facing Evan because I know how much he loves it. But I just that's what I'm saying, is like, I've never bought really anything off Amazon except for that one toy. And I don't know, I guess in a way I've boycotted Amazon my entire life, so why get Prime now, right?
Right. They have some good shows on that. Okay.
Maybe when Lord of the Rings comes out, if it has good reviews, maybe I'll get the free month or whatever. Do they have a free month?
I think so, but I'm good off Lord of the Rings.
You don't want to watch the prequel?
No, those movies are garbage.
Prequel.
Terrible.
So my first quick twist this week, I went out and got, by the way, people, I have moved my studio around a little bit again, because I like to do that. But I have moved my TV that I watch the YouTube feed from. I moved it up above me, so now I can see both my computer monitor and the TV. So whenever I'm looking up, it's because I'm looking up at my TV, and I know it looks weird on YouTube, because I mean, look, Evan, look, see if you're looking, look, it looks like we're looking up at the stars. Aliens. Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about that. But first, we're going to talk about Mario Tennis Aces. Came out for the Switch last year, June 22nd, 2018. It sold over 2.6 million copies by March 2019, making it one of the best-selling games on the Switch. Have you played Mario Tennis Aces yet?
No, but I did like Mario Tennis when I was playing it on
64.
64.
Yeah.
That, and then the tennis game on the Wii was awesome too.
This Mario Tennis, we should play it after the show, because it is so much fun. It's so fluid. The controls are you press a button and it actually hits the ball. Like it, the power-ups are super cool. It's very easy to maneuver. It's a really quick game to pick up. But it gets challenging after a while. I've literally been stuck. So, you know, Mario Kart, same thing with Mario Tennis. You get Flower Cup, Star Cup, Mushroom, Flower, Star Cup. And I'm stuck on the Star Cup right now. I've been playing it for probably a week, and I cannot beat that fucking shit. I don't understand why,
Oh, Josh.
but it's like a Mario game, man. It's super easy at first, and then it just throws the book at you, and it's like, nope, fuck you. You're not gonna beat this forever. And there's a really sweet adventure mode that you go through, and I'm stuck. I've been on the same level for about the same time that I've been stuck on the Star Cup.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating, yes, but I'm getting better every time. Like
Okay.
you know how tennis is. You have 3 set matches or
Yeah.
whatever for a full game. You know, you have to win 3 different sets. For those of you that don't play tennis, a set is usually a round of 3 to 5 games. Someone has to win three of those 5 games to move on, you know, to win that set. And if it's a 3-set match, you have to win 3 out of 5 sets to move on to the next round. And so, in this, there's a lot of different games you have to play, and then they only give you like a certain amount of rackets, and you can break your rackets throughout the match.
Should I would be doing that Johnny McEnroe style,
Dude,
breaking all my brackets.
And it's super challenging. And for like a Mario sports game, I really recommend it. I'm having a great time, even though
Sounds
I'm getting pissed off and like wanting to throw the shit. I'm having a good time. So if you're looking for a new game on Switch, I know I sent out a thing on Facebook recently that was like, I'm looking for a new game, help me out. And not one person recommended Mario Tennis or what else did I got some other dumb game, but they you know, everyone was like, get the free game for PS4 this month, and which I did. Detroit Become Human looks pretty cool. But I did download that game. I've yet to play it, but I will eventually. And then people were saying for Switch to get Yoshi's Crafted World, which I've already basically beat. So I had to kind of go through my list of games that I wanted, and Kylie and I decided to get Mario Tennis, and it has not been a disappointment.
Marvel Alliance.
That came out 2 days, sucker. If I wouldn't have spent so much money at the used concert, I probably would have bought it. But yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 came out today, only for Switch too, which is it's gonna be dope. Kind of cool, but kind of crazy at the same time because it was a multi-platform game.
You're crazy.
But that's all I got for my first quick twist on Mario Tennis. If you like those kind of games, pick it up. It's a good time.
Yep.
What you got for your next quick twist?
I don't really have much to say. Yeah. No, I did new Spider-Man, and I thought it was great.
Okay. Without giving away too many spoilers, I have seen some things. I saw. Did you watch the end credits?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did see that Fury is a Skrull. I did read about that. But without giving away too many other spoilers, what was it like? Was it how the trailers made it seem, or was it?
Yeah, it just made it seem like Peter Parker's like, yeah, I just kind of want to like do some normal shit, like be a regular kid, do normal shit, you know?
And was it right after Endgame? Or can you tell me without spoiling?
You just have to go see it. It's,
okay, all right.
It's basically around like he's going to Europe with his class and just wants to be a normal kid and all this stuff.
Okay, all right. I'll watch it. We still need to go watch it.
Yep, it was good.
How was Gyllenhaal?
Gyllenhaal was good, man. I liked him as Mysterio. It was good stuff.
Did he make a compelling villain, or was he just kind of one of those normal Marvel villains?
It was decent. He was no Bubble Boy, but you know,
was he as good as the Vulture?
No,
you don't think so?
No, it was. But the Vulture was dope, though. I liked that one.
He was. Would you? So.
And it was Michael Keaton, dude. That guy is low key underrated.
Let's take
a lot of really cool stuff.
Let's take all the Spider-Man villains we've seen on screen. We've seen Doc Ock. We've seen Green Goblin.
Yeah.
We've seen the Lizard. We've seen Electro. We've seen Venom. We've seen
Sandman,
and Vulture, and now Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all of those villains, and this is between all three franchises too, the
Mhm.
first Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, and the new Spider-Man.
Yep.
Pick your top 3.
So no particular order. Doc Ock in there.
Okay.
I would say the Vulture, and I'd say I thought Willem Dafoe did a pretty decent job as Goblin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I would disagree with Green Goblin.
Yeah.
I'll take Doc Ock and Vulture.
Yeah.
But I would put, and I know a lot of people will not like this answer, but I would put Lizard in there instead of Green Goblin. I know,
Bro.
controversial, I know,
Bro.
but I enjoyed all 3 Spider-Man franchises. Yes, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was kind of crazy, and it didn't make a lot of sense. But the first Amazing Spider-Man was legit,
You
dude.
forgot Rhino too.
Oh yeah, Rhino. He was in it for like 5 seconds, and Scorpion was in it too in the new Spider-Man. But and I mean, you could even put in Shocker. But anyway, I think that I think the Lizard. I just really liked that story arc in the Amazing Spider-Man. I think that if they wouldn't have fucked it up with Electro in the next one,
Yeah.
and pretend a Hobgoblin,
Right.
I think that franchise could have been really, really good.
I liked Andrew Garfield, man.
He was fine. I mean,
thought
he wasn't.
great.
He wasn't your normal Spider-Man that was all nerdy and shit. He was kind of like the cool outcast.
He's like,
know?
oh man, I'm gonna be a skateboarding.
Yeah, which
cool guy.
which they kind of took that from the MTV cartoon series.
Yeah.
You remember that? It was like a
MPH. Is that the one with MPH as the voice of Peter Parker?
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah,
I think it is actually. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one
yeah.
of 'em.
Yeah,
That's
because
one
it's
of
like that super 3D animation. It was like the
Yeah.
first time they used that kind of animation.
Yeah.
And it was like an 8-episode series of Spider-Man on MTV. And he was a skateboarder and kind of like that cool outcast that you might want to be friends with, but maybe
I
not
don't
because
know.
he's kind of weird.
It's no Toby with the emo haircut.
Yeah. No,
That
you're
little look
absolutely
on
right.
his face, dude. Like,
Absolutely right.
oh
but
my gosh, bro, terrible.
but I think the Lizard
I thought
Such
it
a-
was. I thought it was a good one too because it had the cool story about how he was missing a limb and stuff, and how he's trying to grow it back.
well, but he was also like friends with his parents, and it kind of
Yeah.
gave this different depth to the story of the Lizard and,
then they-
Spider-Man and
and then
stuff.
that's when
But
tragedy struck. They made it a terrible movie,
the second one I had such high hopes for it.
especially
but
with
fuck.
Jamie Foxx. Terrible.
Yeah, how you gonna fuck that up?
Terrible.
Jesus. And Giovanni, what was that guy that played Rhino?
Oh, Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti. Yeah, yeah.
terrible.
I mean, it had potential, but it was definitely not the Spider-Man that we deserved.
Terrible.
So you saw Spider-Man. So
Yeah, that was a good one.
cool. You'd recommend it?
Yeah.
Out of how many? Out of 10 twists, how many twists would you give it?
I'd give it like 9 twists. It was
Okay.
pretty good.
Not good. Huh?
I thought it was pretty good.
Better than Homecoming?
Oof, that's tough because they're both pretty good, but I'm still going with Homecoming.
Okay.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
I did like Homecoming just because they brought him back into the universe, and it was cool to see Spider-Man with Tony Stark and
Yeah,
all that shit. Spoiler alert: Tony Stark is dead, so you probably don't see him much in the second Spider-Man. But
bro, for real,
did I ruin that for you?
dude.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you didn't know he died.
As long as
Fuck,
as long as
man.
Captain survives and doesn't get old, right?
Captain. Oh,
What about
bro, I'm sorry, but you're not gonna like Marvel after Endgame.
Black Widow?
But-
she survives, right?
So my next quick twist is it's a fun one.
Yeah?
It's not that fun. I actually watched Pet Cemetery.
The
Last
first,
night?
the original?
No, the newest one.
Oh,
One.
no, I heard it was terrible.
Don't believe everything you hear, bud. Make your own fucking
I'm still gonna see it,
decisions.
but I just never got around to seeing it in theaters. What is it on like Netflix or something?
No, I bought it.
Okay.
Um,
Was it good?
mock me. Do it. Come on. No, I'm kidding.
Well, was it good?
I
or-
for some reason I buy movies before I watch or see anything about them.
I used
But
to do that.
Pet Sematary was one of my favorite, not only like early '90s movies, but also one of my favorite books
Yeah.
of all time.
Stephen King.
Definitely. I watched the original movie when I was really young, and I
Dude,
was really
Gage,
intrigued.
bro.
Yeah,
Shit's
it was
scary, man.
It was nuts. Like seeing Gage come back, just seeing the cat come back and be all fucking creepy was nuts. But
Dude, and then the wife at the end where
Yeah.
she's her eyes all like
it's all fucked up. Yeah, and like I read the book, and it's so much more descriptive in the book, and it's so
Well,
much.
they go more into
creepier.
the jogger guy, like
Yeah.
his backstory.
Yeah, and
Um,
that shit. My parents were very strict, I guess you would say, or different about what they would and would not allow me to do. And one of those things was read adult books. And by adult books, I mean like Harry Potter and up. It was really bad. So I had to hide reading Pet Sematary from my parents, which
he's like,
means
I
that
hid it in the cover of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.
no, I could only read it at night after I went to bed. And so I would only read Pet Sematary at night, like pitch black, by myself when I'm like 13 years old. Because, that was the only time I
Gage
would
is
get
coming for you, bro.
dude, scared the shit out of me. Just I've never read a book that scared me that much. And I've always been so intrigued with just this whole storyline that I was really excited for this new movie to come out. And in all honesty, it was fine.
Was it as good
I enjoyed it.
It wasn't as good as the original one though, probably, right? They changed some things around, so it was like
There were a couple things. So the original, they stayed with the book. They stayed with the kid dying, Gage
a
dying.
boy. Now it's a girl. that
Well,
dies.
so in the books, he still had the two kids. He had Ellie and Gage.
yeah.
And in the book, Gage gets hit by a semi.
Yeah.
And he can't stand the grief, and so he brings him back to life while his wife and Ellie are out back in Chicago or
With their
whatever.
parents.
Yeah, they changed some locations. They changed the location from Chicago to Boston, so it's a little bit closer.
So he's trying to pack the car
Yeah, pack to cat. But
while he's drinking a beer at Family Pack.
although they changed, so in the new version, it's instead of Gage getting hit by the car, it's the daughter, which even though they changed that, it made a lot more sense to me because Gage was really young and couldn't really talk. When in the old one, like he didn't really say a lot, and even in the books, he was like 3, maybe 4, and couldn't really say much. So having them bring back the 10-year-old, having them do that, like she was way more like she could enunciate things more, I guess, or not enunciate, but just she would talk more, and it was creepy as fuck. And you were saying about the mom having the weird eye.
Yeah.
Like she had the weird eye. The little girl comes back and has this weird eye. Like the first time you see her, she's just standing in the doorway. Like, Daddy, where am I? And you look at her face, and one of her eyes is just like completely to the right and like creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
I really, really thoroughly enjoyed the new movie. Even though it's different, we can't all have everything the same. Like, why can't we just be different? Why can't we make different things? Like, take a story and make an adaptation of it instead of making the exact same thing.
No, it's just like those people with the new Little Mermaid. Nope.
Ugh, whatever. Get over yourselves. So this movie stars Jason Clarke.
Never heard of it.
As soon as I bring up some other movies, you will. But John Lithgow is in it. You have Amy Seimetz. I don't know who that is either, but Jason Clarke. He's usually in like gangster movies. I feel like Zero Dark 30. He was in Everest. He was in Terminator Genesis. That's right. He was the villain in Terminator Genesis.
You mean John Connor? They just made him.
He was
What?
John Connor.
Like how?
Yeah.
What?
So John Connor is Lewis in the new Pet Sematary.
Okay.
He does that, which he did a really good job. John Lithgow, fantastic as Judd.
Yeah.
Just did a great job.
I'll have to check it out.
Amy Seamus, she was in. Wow, not a lot.
That
Just
movie
Pet
was pretty
Sematary.
cool. You're Next.
I did not see that.
Oh, dude,
You're next. Okay.
that was a great one.
Huh. Okay. Nice. So yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of people talk a lot of shit about this
How
new
many
Pet Sematary.
How many twists out of 10 are you giving it?
You know, I would give the original an 8, so I would probably give this one about a 7.5. It's not. It doesn't scare me as much as the original did, but it's
Okay.
still really good.
All right.
The cat's creepy as fuck.
Okay.
They had some good jump scares and whatever, but it's a good story. Stephen King, when he wrote this book, he said that this was the only book that actually scared him while he
Yeah.
was writing it. And it makes sense because it's about some heavy shit, dude. Losing like your child and not wanting to let go, and so bringing them back from the dead, only to find out that they're murderous creatures.
It's crazy. Man.
Demons.
It's a great thing.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, I
story.
love both of them. Look, IMDb gives it 5.9 out of 10. I'm sure it's rotten on Rotten Tomatoes with whatever, but I don't really pay attention to that stuff because I like to make my own opinions about things.
That and then they said like anything from Peter Jackson gets like 90% Rotten Tomatoes, and we all know how terrible he makes movies. Horrible.
Yeah, the second King Kong was not good.
Yeah, the whole King Kong was like 4 hours long. Terrible.
Not my favorite.
Lord of the Rings, terrible. Sorry.
No, it's the first 3 Lord of the Rings were fine.
I'm with Randall from Clerks on those.
We'll agree to disagree, just like we do with a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's why you're my co-host.
Right.
So yeah, I would recommend Pet Sematary. I'll let you borrow it.
Okay.
You can go watch it.
Nice.
I had one other thing for Quick Twist, which you were also involved in.
Was I?
You and I, instead of doing a podcast on Wednesday, we went and saw the Disrupt Festival.
Yeah.
Here at Fiddler's Green in Denver. It was an emo fest, to say the least.
I thought it was fun.
It was great. I mean, you had The Used, you had Thrice, you had Atreyu, you had Sum 41,
Circus Survive.
Yeah, Circus Survive, Sleeping with Sirens, 4 Years Strong. It was such a good show, man.
It was
I
great,
had
man.
so much fun. And seeing bands that I've loved for years, dude. Sum 41 was one of the first CDs I ever stole.
Yeah.
When I was younger, like
good stuff.
Probably 11 or 12 or something. I didn't steal it on the internet. I stole the actual copy. That's right.
Yeah, I remember I purchased it at Media Play.
Okay.
All killer, no filler.
Yeah. So I, because I had an issue with being a klepto, I got Does This Look Infected? And then I got a job. And so all I did with my money was buy music.
Yeah,
and
that's what I did too.
And I did I got All Killer, and then the one right before that, their first
Half
album.
Hour Power.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
So good.
Pay for pleasure.
Yeah. But Sum 41, along with like Blink-182 and Green Day and stuff, those were some of the original bands that got me into the music that I like today, and I had never seen them before. So it was really cool to see. And there was the whole original band. You had Derek Whibley, you had Brown Sounds from the original albums. You had
Cone. But you don't have Steve-O in the band anymore.
I was gonna ask if he was in there, but
and then they have the extra guitar player too.
Oh, that's right.
So that was kind of cool. Right. They rather than having to boot his ass out there and to bring Brown Sound back, they're like, well, you can just play
the extra stuff because they have a lot more music. Yeah. Like there's a lot more musicality to their songs than you would think. So yeah, man, it
was great, man. I had an awesome time.
Who would you say was your favorite?
Definitely, I would say probably Sum 41.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would say, and this is probably weird. I would say Sum 41 was my number one, and then I would go with The Used, and then I would go with Atreyu, 3, and then Thrice, Sleeping with Sirens. That
Yeah,
would be my
Thrice
5.
didn't.
And Circus Survive would probably be at the end. I just never really. I like
Just never-
Seosin more.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't feel like Thrice just came out there and played their best set. They played like
They didn't.
all new stuff that I don't really care about.
They played that Honey song, which is cool.
They should have just played, knowing that the tour that they're on. But I get it. You have your new album coming out, but this seemed like it should have been a throwback tour, like, and then you do your own headlining.
I feel like it was a
Tour.
throwback tour for every other band.
Yeah, and
Except
they
for
obviously
Thrice.
did not get the memo. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Like Atreyu played stuff from The Curse. They
That's
played stuff
awesome.
from their original album,
That's dope.
like the very
I
first
wish I would have
album.
been there to see Danielson wail
Oh
on
my
guitar.
God, it
Great.
was so good, and he had his sick like neon green
Yeah.
like paint splatter guitar. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
the
fun.
Used played. I don't even think they played. Maybe they played one brand new song off.
No.
The latest 3 albums. Other than that, they played nothing but the first 3 albums, In Love and Death, the self-titled album, and God I had to get a shirt, man. I mean, look, this is so me. I love Stripes. I love the Used. It's great. I had a experience during their
That's cool,
set.
man.
So
Yeah, I had a lot of happiness, and then I had a lot of pain after you. Josh just stumbling around.
he's
with
still crying about
with a
this.
cigarette burns my finger, and then drops the cigarette on me.
oh, he was fine. He was fine.
Oh,
It was
Yeah.
better than so.
it's just that's how you say, man, I fucking love you, bro, like a brother. Just gonna burn your fucking finger, dude. It was like I had to pop the boils. It was fucking gross, and then it just like burned my arm. Like, man, Josh.
That's okay, because I was standing on my chair like a dumbass
Yeah.
and fell behind it, like straight up flipped over the back of my chair.
Oh
I have
my
this big bruise on my arm.
It's almost
And,
like it was karma.
Luckily, there was nobody behind me because I probably would have kicked him in the face.
Yeah.
Head over heels behind the chair. I stand up as quick as I can and look behind me, and the entire crowd behind me is just pointing and like, wow.
So
So
it was all
it-
8 people behind you.
it was a few more than 8
I
that
know, I'm
saw
just
me
kidding.
fall over, but
No, but I'm just saying, like, that brings me to my next point. I thought it was a great concert, but I thought it was just very poorly planned out.
I would agree with that.
I know some of the people that are on that team for AEG, and I thought that they could have done, they should have, all they had to do to sell more tickets was put it on a weekend. I think that was a mistake that was made, thinking that the crowd's a little older now. But then that could be used against you too, because the people they have to go to work during the week.
Mhm.
I thought that really hurt them with the record sales, because they didn't even sell out the lawn. They had to move people down to the second level. They were reducing costs,
Right.
which I found that to be awesome, because those tickets that we got originally were like $70. We got them
Yeah.
for 45 plus the 15 for the bullshit
It
charges.
wasn't bad.
It was good. I was
Wasn't bad.
stoked because we were right in the center. We had such great view the whole time. It was a great experience. I thought it was great. The bad thing about it was, you had it on a Wednesday.
Yeah, but I mean, that happens with shows sometimes. Like, I bet if it was on a Friday or Saturday, it would have been a lot more packed. It was definitely a small show for fiddlers,
Well, yeah,
for an amphitheater.
15,000 people. If they should have had, no disrespect to any of the bands on it, they should have had a major headliner like a Blink-182 or
Green Day or something
Green
like that.
Day.
Yeah.
because then you're going to sell out a lot more tickets. I think, yeah.
Some 41 is a decent headliner, but they're not nearly as big as they used to be.
Well, yeah.
Not even close.
I thought where did I just see him recently? I thought I just saw him. Yeah, I saw him at the Ogden, and that was great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a good show.
Times, but
for sure.
I felt that's really hurt the show.
Being
for
in a
the-
bigger venue.
Yeah, for the promoters, it was a good idea, but I just felt like you needed one of those like big time bands.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
Still fun nonetheless. It was great
Yeah.
to revisit our high school years.
I just felt that it was just a shame because they're probably not going to do the tour, like another tour like that again, just because it bombed. So at least in Denver, because it bombed so bad.
Yeah. Or they'll move it to a different spot, which would be better.
Yeah.
They started it early enough. You could have put it at Summit and started it at 2. It would have been just fine.
They should have. Well, I think that what they're gonna do next year is they'll have it at that Mission Ballroom because that's their answer. AEG's answer to the Fillmore.
Yeah,
for the same size, because that's gonna be the one knock.
that's right. Because AEG doesn't even have anything to do with the summit, huh?
Well, no,
It's Live Nation.
Live Nation. So the thing about it is with AEG, they used to have those type of size of concerts at First Bank Center, but people bitch about driving all the way up there,
and it's too big of a venue.
So what they're gonna do is they'll do like a 4,000 person theater, which is the Mission Ballroom that's going to be down in Rhino.
Yeah,
I think that's where they'll have something like that, which I think that would be better. It reminds me of like a Taste of Chaos when they used to have it at the Fillmore. That was cool, you know.
Yeah,
I just think it was too big of a venue, but overall I give it, a 9 out of 10 twist.
Yeah, it was a good show. I mean, I would even take it at Red Rocks.
Well, that
because Red Rocks I think is a little bit smaller than Fiddler's.
Well, yeah, it's about 6,000.
It's not nearly like
6,000 less, so it's like
you do that
800, and Fiddler's like 15,000.
So you do that at Red Rocks, and the whole grass section that got shut down wouldn't even matter because it would be full all the way up.
Yeah, it was just not a good look. Every time I kept looking around, I was like, "There's a bunch of empty seats."
It was sad. It was really sad.
I was like,
the front was full though.
Well, they probably made all the money back because they charge you like $700 for a beer.
Holy fuck, dude! I spent way too much money on everything there, including this shirt. Totally worth it, but
yeah,
god damn it!
Each drink's about $15.
Yep.
Each
Chick-fil-A
sandwich is $8. Like
it's
rough.
Awful.
It's
not a Chick-fil-A sandwich. It is a chicken patty and a bun.
Well, I went to Chick-fil-A, but
no, that's where I went. Chick-fil-A. It is a chicken patty and a bun.
It's a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Is that all that they? I thought they had pickles and lettuce or something on it.
No, they usually just put 2 pickles on there, and then it's just a chicken sandwich.
I didn't even have pickles on my shit.
Well, you should have bitched about it.
They didn't even have sauce. They were out of sauce.
Well, you shouldn't have bought it then, bro. You should have.
It was still delicious.
You
should have
bought
It was fine.
Should have bought what's that hot dog place that's awesome? Billy's.
Oh yeah.
You got a Chicago dog. That's what I got, bud.
Chicago dog.
So
Chicago. Yeah.
Overall, I thought the concert was good, minus the money I had to spend there.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I always get shit faced before you go on Fiddler, and you eat a ton, so you don't have to,
or you eat a ton and then get shit faced when you're in there.
Yeah, you don't want to like go in there and have to spend tons of money. Like a tall boy of Pabst is like $17. You're like, dude, I could have bought like the whole case.
They don't even sell Pabst there.
Well, they used to, and it was $17.
They don't. They sell. I had to get a Bud Light Strawberryta for $15.
I bet you were hurting the next day.
Oh,
instant!
My God, I had a headache like before we even left the show.
Oh my gosh!
So, man, have you been? Quick Twist is done. Thank you guys for listening to the Quick Twist. The 0 of you that are watching on YouTube.
Damn, bro.
Way to call it out. It's fine.
Now I just feel like the people that put on the Disrupt Festival.
Yeah, that's like, kind of how I feel too.
Where I'm just like, well, I guess it's karma because I was saying how much empty seats, and it's just a shame because it was just such a great show. It deserved to be, filled up.
I just really quick want to touch on this Area 51 thing.
Yeah,
have you been paying attention to this at all?
Oh yeah, this shit is crazy. Like, so many funny memes. People are just thinking about storming Area 51. Like, I just imagine a bunch of Chads and Kyles just wanting to be like, yeah, bro, I'm totally there. Let's go.
Dude, there are
no laws when you're drinking claws, bro.
So I joined up with, and I'm sure I'm on a list now or something, but that's probably why we don't have any watchers, because FBI is like, no, fuck this kid. So I joined the group Storm Area 51. They won't be able to stop us all. When I joined this group about 4 days ago, it was 400,000 members. It is at 730,000 members now in like 4 days.
Damn.
People are all about this. Like, I guess I'm having a hard time figuring out if they're serious. Like, are all these people really, really serious? Or are they just like me, wanting to get into this for the memes. Like, there's got to be some crazy fucks out there that are like, oh hell yeah, let's go clap that alien ass.
Dude, there are, and they also are the probably in the Donald Trump camp.
In the Donald Trump.
They're like,
whoa, shots fired.
talking about America. They can't stop us all with our guns. No, dude, I think it was a joke. Originally, the Vice interviewed the kid. It was a joke,
Yeah,
and then it just turned into like Wooks and all these crazy
dude, and
people.
that poor kid too. He's like terrified for his life right now.
Well, you
because-
saw what happened to. Did you watch that Netflix special about the guy who's giving away the secrets from Area 51?
Bob Lazar.
Well, I haven't watched it,
Is
but
that the-
people are telling me they're like, yeah, this guy went to like MIT and everything, and then the government just completely erased everything
Yeah.
about him. Like, yeah, he never went to MIT, and then they have like the whole documentary. I had a friend that was telling me the whole documentary is
I don't
just
think it's Bob Lazar, but
where it just pulls up like all the alumni pictures where he's at MIT, all this shit.
but but his records are gone.
Yeah,
right?
no one has any record of him, and they thought he was just crazy, and then all this shit is like coming true, like all the stuff that they're releasing now.
Yeah, no, so yeah, that's totally Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
And he got very like super discredited for years. He was just on the Joe Rogan podcast
It's crazy.
about a month and a half ago. I listened to that thing and it was nuts, dude. The shit that he talked about going and like, studying alien spaceships and like their gravitational fucking
Yeah.
vortexes they have or whatever it is. Like it's crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
And I guess I could see the government wanting to hide all that and doing everything they possibly could to hide all of it. But as this group says, they won't be able to stop us all.
Oh, and it just makes me laugh because if you think about it, Area 51, it's in like Nevada or something.
Yeah. The desert.
So if you think about it, these dumbasses are probably gonna be walking out there, and then they're just gonna walk into some like nuclear waste or some bullshit because when we're testing bombs and nuclear like weapons, we were testing it in Nevada.
Yeah.
For real.
They still do that out
This
there.
is a real fucking thing, you know?
The U.S. Air Force was like, we really discourage you from trying to do this while we're testing U.S. military equipment. Like,
I think it's gonna be Hills Have Eyes type people out there that are gonna start eating people and shit.
I could totally see this going down and the government just creating like doing a mass genocide. Like, could you imagine if 500,000 people went to go raid Area 51 and the government just nuked them? Could you imagine the fucking outrage?
We're living in a Donald Trump society.
And that's what I'm saying is that could totally happen.
Well, yeah, look at all the shit that he's been doing lately. Not getting into politics, but I'm just saying this is a real possibility that these people are just going to get murked.
Exactly, and they might even
be crazy.
They
bro.
might even just gather there, all get killed, and you'll never hear about it again.
Yeah,
it'll be like any shooting that's happened in the last 6 years.
Well, yeah,
any like mass shooting, like you hear about it for a day and then poof, gone. No more news, nothing.
Yeah.
It's I would be super stoked if this would actually happen and 1 million people would actually gather there because
I thought you're gonna make it 1 million people to actually just get murdered.
No,
damn.
I don't think they could
That
actually
got dark.
stop 1 million people. I think that a bunch would die, but I really think that if they were to actually band together, they could really uncover some secrets there, and it would change everything. It would change everything.
Or it could just be
Detrimental to the human race.
Or it just could be something stupid where
they just
everybody
release some biohazard, some chemical
mustard
warfare,
gas, just evaporates everybody.
They're like, what does this button do? Pff, Yosemite erupts. Just, I mean,
Or if
it's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I don't believe in the traditional sense where it's like,
Little 3 foot tall guys.
yeah.
Even though, so you should listen to that Bob Lazar thing because he had described the alien ships as being made for, 4 feet and smaller creatures.
Well, I just don't see it like how traditional sci-fi. I could believe that's just like intelligent life
Okay.
form out there, but I wouldn't say like they have the two big eyes and a big ass fucking head.
But
Or-
where would that come from? That had to have started somewhere, right? That
or-
idea.
Yeah, or it could just be something that's clever.
Yeah, I guess.
Because if you think about it,
But it always
like,
has to stem from something.
well, it could be just some creature or just something made up. Like look at Bigfoot.
Do you believe in the
Nessie.
ancient alien theory where you see like
Yeah, I believe in the-
hieroglyphics on walls with the
why-
aliens and the big eyes and stuff?
Maybe. I see the
Maybe.
I see like the pyramids. Like there's no way these people could have lifted all that shit and stacked on top
Wow.
of each other.
I mean, they made pulley systems and stuff. That's kind of been debunked, but
We'll see.
the stones down in South America, the ones that are like precisely cut and just perfectly symmetrical with each other and stuff, and it's like it would take something stronger than a diamond cutter to cut through these rocks the way that they did. Like that's crazy to me. Stacking rocks on top of each other, people in Boulder do that shit all the time. So
all
I
good.
don't know if like
don't
aliens
know,
would
like-
help with that,
Like
but
the Sphinx and all that, like all that crazy shit.
yeah.
like- but what I think is if this shit happens, I say remove Donald Trump for office and put in Bill Pullman. We will not go quietly into the night.
We're gonna have to play that video again. Is that
Oh
what's
my
about
gosh,
to-
bro. It's gonna be great. And then just have Will Smith be like a commander in the military. I'm going with that. I'm sticking with that. That's my story. I'm sticking through it.
I am curious to see what happens for sure. September 20th is when everyone is supposed to storm Area 51. I'm
This is-
sure it's gonna be an epic fucking fail, and no one's gonna
One
show
guy's
up,
gonna
and
show
it's
up
like-
and just gonna get his brains blown out.
yeah, he's gonna Naruto run straight into a fucking machine gun. But I'm gonna keep watching this pretty closely because not only are the memes and videos that are coming out of this whole thing hilarious,
That's great.
but I'm really interested to
Just
see
gonna ask
see if
about some
people-
aliens,
actually, yeah. See
people are getting excited about this shit for real.
That's
dude.
I mean, how do we get to that? It was like let's break into Area 51 and prove the aliens are real, and
Yeah,
now
I'm
it's
like,
let's break
cool.
into Area 51 and fuck the aliens. Like, what? When did it
Dude.
turn into that?
No, it just reminds me of that whole movie Splice or whatever,
Oh, okay.
where all of a sudden, what the fuck is going on here? You have what the hell is his name? Adrian Brody's just fucking the weird
Yeah.
creature. I was like, what is going on?
Why?
here?
Why have we come to this?
I was like, this movie suddenly took a weird turn.
I don't
Like,
understand.
whoa, what just happened?
So
Yes.
I mean, to each their own, but like, can we just talk to him first, at least? Like, take him out on a date or something before you clap them alien cheeks? Like,
Nah, man, they've been probing people for years. Give them a
it's
little,
my turn to probe
a
them.
little taste of their own money, medicine.
Oh my God.
Shit. I don't know. I'm not personally thinking about going and getting on an alien, but I guess if that's what you want to do,
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'll say that much for sure. And we will keep you, the viewer. I keep looking up. I should be looking straight ahead. There we go. Look right at the camera like that. There we go. You, the viewer, will keep you updated on the Area 51 alien ass clapping event. I can't even do it.
Can't even believe this is a thing.
With that though, we are going to call it a day. This has been a great episode.
I think it's
I've had a lot of fun.
solid.
We've had a lot of good news.
A lot of clapping.
A lot of clapping. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with most likely Justin talking about some Star Wars and most likely covering everything that happened during San Diego Comic-Con this weekend from yesterday, Thursday through Sunday, which would be the 21st.
Yep.
From the 18th to the 21st, San Diego Comic-Con. Go check it out. It's a good time. But thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to us on SoundCloud and iTunes. If you like what you hear, please like us on Facebook and Twitter and follow us on Instagram.
Just like us, period.
Wow, that sounded desperate.
Just like
But-
his period on everything.
like and subscribe to us on YouTube. That's where
And-
you can find all of our latest updates and new videos that are
And be
coming out.
Josh's friend in real life.
Um,
please.
Yeah, I need friends. I need friends. But again, thank you all so much for listening and continuing to listen to the Twist My Arm podcast. This has been the show. My name is Josh.
My name's Evan.
We will talk at you next week.
Goodbye.
The Twist My Arm.
Just like his
Listening to this episode of the Twist My Arm podcast. The Twist My Arm podcast theme song was written and performed by the Hot Dang Gang.